Lee, if you're watching, if you're still watching, can you do an announcement video on Newcastle Fan TV? I would love to see that. That would be amazing, and we will watch that in its entirety. If you do that for us, Newcastle Fan TV, that would be hilarious.
Hello Newcastle Fans TV, so we've got some actually breakthrough in the transfer window, thank God for that. So Newcastle have signed Ryan Babel on a 2-year deal as a free agent after he just recently left Besiktas on deadline day. A couple of articles were going around predicting that this move would happen. The Sportsman predicted in particular said that the move would happen last night. However, because the deadline day has passed, Babel, now a free agent, has obviously joined Newcastle on a 2-year deal, so do keep an eye out for the articles and the news breaking after this video. So just last night, Ball Street predicted that the move would happen first. Now there was a bit of conflict between Sportsmen, who were trying to take the limelight a bit off Ball Street because Ball Street had broken the news first, but then Sportsmen were then saying it was them who actually broke the news that Ryan Babel had become officially a Newcastle player. This is my reaction to Ryan Babel signing for Newcastle last night. Oh lads, I'm absolutely out of the moon. We've got Ryan Babel through the door, absolutely fantastic. You'll bring us pace, you'll bring us another dimension on that left flank, you'll cut in with that fierce right shot. Absolutely delighted. We've got one through the door in the final hour. Get in! So it's a bit of great news, you know. I mean, what will he bring to the side? So last season he scored 6 goals from 21 appearances, and that's not bad, you know, considering that you can play the number 10, you can play a left, you can play a right. It adds real competition to the side because our squad looks a little bit weak at the moment. Rafa's worked with him in the past, so he knows what he's getting, and he's 30 years of age, so he's got experience in the Premier League before as well. So let me know what you think of this transfer. Let me know what you think of the wind-up as well.
Oh, hello. Yeah,
it's actually happening.
We've got official article.
Yeah! That time, Babel had a good relationship with manager Rafa Benitez, and that can now result in a possible reunion. This news has been published by Ball Street Fan TV. Yay! Yay! Oh, look at this. A reported 3.5 million. Here we go.
What?
Click that.
Yeah, it's a wind up basically, people. So everybody, there's a joke going round, right? It's not real. We will be talking serious at the moment. But, so basically, what happened last night on Ball Street on their live stream, they started a transfer rumour out. You know, saying that sources close to Newcastle, etc., that Ryan Babel's going to sign, and I was laughing away because I was very frustrated last night that Newcastle didn't bring anybody in, you know. But Balls retweeted out, and then it went viral. Everybody getting involved. There's people believing it. There was articles like Sportsman believed that this was a genuine story. There's articles in New Zealand, Australia, America picking up that Ryan Babel had signed for Newcastle. Hey, don't believe anything that you put on Twitter. But it was very funny. We're seeing people questioning the move. Why we're signing Ryan Babel? This is a mistake, and all this. So people were retweeting the tweet. People were playing along with it as well, going along with it as well. Other YouTube channels as well. Some people were saying that I can't believe that sign. It was just it was funny, but at the time I didn't see it very funny myself because obviously we didn't sign anybody. But yeah, that was a bit of a carry on, a bit of a joke that we had on last night with Ball Street, and we played along with it here on Newcastle Fans TV. Right, now on a more of a serious note, we know that the transfer window has just closed. It's a joke, isn't it? It's, in particular last night, deadline day, we didn't bring anybody in. We're targeting, funny enough, pardon the pun, targeting Southampton's left back, Matt Targett, and rumours were that Lucas Perez was meant to sign. There'll probably be some more today by the time this video goes out, and probably tomorrow. I was actually on Ball Street venting my frustration last night. Here it is.
Lee, we aimed with this stream to kind of bring the breaking news and the fan insight as it happened. Thanks for joining us on what must be a really difficult time when you've been searching for a striker, a goal scorer, and you found him in Ryan Babel. His record, of course, backs that up. We think we can probably get that up on Wikipedia and see his goal scoring record, which is impressive. And then he moves to Ball Street FC. What's going through your mind right now?
Well, you know, I thought we signed him an hour ago, and I was running around the living room because Newcastle had finally signed a bloody striker, a winger. We've actually got someone through the door. Then you guys can go, what you doing to us? Pinching him off us? How man, I'm already just sitting around crying my eyes out. How sort his act out.
Yeah, I mean, there was a source close to him who had to let us know. We didn't think it would kind of really move as quickly as it has. But yeah, go on, let's have a serious conversation now. Newcastle.
Yeah.
We were talking about you guys earlier in the stream, how it's such a unique situation because you're a huge club, but you're a club that has, been relegated a few times and had to sort of bounce back up. What is the general feeling amongst Newcastle fans of one where you think you are, one where you think a team like Newcastle, and where you think a team like Newcastle and a club like Newcastle should be?
Well, coming back up in the Premier League, I think realistically you've got to be happy with the top 15, and then just stay away from the relegation scrap. Don't get involved with that. And under Rafa Benitez, you think, yeah, we've got a world-class manager. Sure, the Red Men boys will totally agree with that.
Absolutely.
I think tonight has really put a downer because we're expecting the press to pick this up tomorrow, and it'll be all about Rafa Benitez. Is he leaving? Did he get his players through the door? And all of the talk that will go on, and that will really frustrate Newcastle fans. And I'll be honest with you, it's the first time generally all summer that I've been a little bit worried, because the board are absolutely useless twats. They really, really are. They just need to pull their finger out. They've got to realise that they're selling out 52,000 against the likes of Burton Albion last year, and then you're getting this world-class manager. Newcastle fans are coming partially because of Rafa Benitez. If Rafa Benitez wasn't there, Newcastle wouldn't be in the Premier League. Then you have to seriously look at it now, and that squad that we've got is weak. It's you're relying on Rafa's tactics genius to get results, and it's worrying. It's very, very worrying being a Toon fan at the minute.
Of a weak squad, which players are the key 3 players for you then? Those players are going to keep you up, you hope?
Well, luckily we've kept Gale, because there was strong speculation that we were going to sell him for
Is he good enough?
Crazy money. I think if you give him service, he will be, but because Newcastle, Rafa is very, very cautious counter-attacking. Liverpool fans will know that. It's not great to watch Newcastle, but you'll get you the odd results. But get him service, you will. I think Hosselu and Mitrovic are a different type of striker, where if you give them service, they can hold it up and bring players in. I think Rafa likes that big target man. You've got to look at John Joe Shelby. You've got to say, yeah, he's quality. He'll get the team forward. Yes, he's daft, he's stupid, like Mitrovic at times as well. Those two, keeping them fit, Shelby in particular, is key. And hopefully you see a couple of the bargain buys. Mikel Merino was outstanding last week in the 3-0 win. Florian Lejeune, when he comes back from injury, looks quality in pre-season. So these buys are all ifs and buts. There's no standout Premier League player except from Shelby, possibly Gale.
And I guess that's the problem when you kind of have to change your squad so much when you go down, because you can't be complete. You've got to get rid of players like Wijnaldum, because then it's too much of a drop for them to be playing in the Championship. What do you? Last question then. Where do you think it'll all end up for Newcastle? Because it feels like there's a different kind of pressure on Newcastle as a football club in comparison to the other teams that have gone up. How do you think it'll play out?
Yeah, but you're right about the pressure, because there's Newcastle and there isn't a club around for miles. I think the nearest club is Burnley. That's how far away. It's like a goldfish ball. Well, who are them? They're going to be relegated again, aren't they?
Maybe.
You just you look at that. You're in a goldfish bowl, and there's nothing here. There's like Newcastle, and that's it. So fans are on top of the club. In Newcastle, it's so frustrating being a fan. Newcastle, you've got to stay up in this season. And it's Rafa Benitez. We've got to keep him happy. And the board are messing this up big time. We're not getting anybody through the door. We've only got like 45 minutes left in the window, whatever it is. It's really worrying. But you keep Rafa Benitez, and we've got a chance.
All right, mate. Well, yeah, best of luck. Don't worry about Ryan Babel. He's not actually that good. So, yeah.
Well, you just can have him.
Well, we've got him. So he's ours. It's official.
So pictures courtesy of Ball Street. Head over at Ball Street. They are absolutely fabulous channel. We've recently joined their network as well. There'll be a link in the description. Head over at Ball Street. They talk about every single Premier League club and also Championship sides as well. So head over there. Good channel. Really, really recommend it. Love it. So, how does Rafa feel? How does Rafa feel about the carry-on that went on? I bet he feels like leaving. I didn't blame him. We said on the live stream last night with on our channel, Newcastle Fans TV, that we don't blame him if he was to leave, but I think the fans are drawing him in, and the Premier League is the attraction as well. And if he left the club, will he leave us fans in tatters? And do you know what? I didn't blame him. I wouldn't blame him if he left. But the fallout, if Rafa was to leave with the fans, could you imagine this place on a match day, man? It will be chaotic is probably the right word to describe it, and not in the right way either. Sad to see Tim Krul leave. He said that he didn't want to leave. We'll do a video on him and Ashraf Lazar as well. But for any of you who are watching it and you're about halfway through this video and you were questioning yourselves, have we really signed Ryan Babel? We've got you. We've actually absolutely got you. Thanks for watching. See you later.